Welcome back to another post-game Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs game number 2. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy, directly from the booth of the Hockey Nation Live Show. We're going to talk about the post-game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and, of course, the Montreal Canadiens. Game number 2. And this game, ladies and gentlemen, was all about the Toronto Maple Leafs because the final score, Toronto Maple Leafs 5 and the Montreal Canadiens 1. With this win, the Maple Leafs even the series 1-1. You see a couple of shifts there. We're going to talk a little bit more about those numbers the next couple of minutes. But listen, if Montreal plays a solid game, the first game against Toronto, I'll be honest with you, the second game, it was not them play the same level. They showed themselves their feet with so many penalties during the second period. I believe at that moment they gave 4 penalties. They scored 1 goal on power play, and the Toronto Maple Leafs dominate them with 20 shots on Carey Price. I'll be honest with you, the only player show up during that game, it was Carey Price. He kept that team and the game until the beginning of the third period. It was only 3-1. I respect maybe they come back, and unfortunately, the third period was not. It was the same way they played the first 2 periods, where it was not there. And we have to give credit for the Toronto. They play a solid game, dominate at any area of the game. I'm going to give you all those stat information the next couple of minutes. But let's dive in with the score sheet of the game. That's maybe give you a little bit more an idea what happening during the game. First of all, it's the player back in the lineup for the Montreal Canadiens took the spot of Jake Evans, was out for an injury. He's right now at the moment, day-to-day, is Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Scored his first goal of the series for him, for the Montreal Canadiens. Scored the first goal of the game, lead 1-0 at 7:57. Toffoli and Armia got their second helper of the series against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And that's right moment. I think at that moment, Montreal was pretty good. I think they played solid, good first period on my book. But again, Jason Spezza, after a turnover, the Arturi Likonen in the corner, unfortunately hit the skate of the referee. It goes straight to Jason Spezza. Got the first goal for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Tied the game 1-1 at 12:25. Almost like 5 minutes later after the goal at Kotkaniemi. It was the only goal for Toronto at that period. And after one, it was 1-1 between Toronto and Montreal. The show was 9-9. And like I said, it was pretty even, to be honest with you. Montreal have a 1 power play that period, but nothing happened to them. I don't think so. It was really, again, play good on power play for the second game against Montreal, against Toronto Maple Leafs. Second period, we have to wait until the 5:15 to see the Toronto take the charge and lead by 1 at that moment. The first goal at Auston Matthews gave the lead to the Toronto 2-1. He took an amazing, great shot of Justin Holl on the pad of Carey Price. Carey gave really a great rebound straight on Matthews, and he scored. It was his first point of the 3-point he got tonight against Montreal. Marner got his first helper of the series, and then it was at 5:15. Then 8 minutes, 5 seconds later, during the power play, the third power play for Toronto during that period, Rasmus set in and scored his first goal of the series on power play. Marner and Matthews get an helper on that one over there, and it was 3-1, 13-20. At that moment, also during that goal, Joe Thornton lifted the stick of Carey Price. The Montreal challenged that play for the goal, and it took at least 5 to 7 minutes before they gave us an answer. And the goal was good. No penalty, nothing against or disallowed the goal. It was all legal from the referee, and the Montreal was back in the penalty box. Unfortunately for them, the Toronto didn't score, but it was at that moment 3-1 at the end of the second period. And the shot, listen, 20 shot versus 6 after 2 for during the second period, 29-15 after the second period. All about the second period to Toronto Maple Leaf. And I feel like Montreal never came back in that game. At 8:50, after a bad penalty of Shea Weber, a crash-checking on Pierre Ekbal, Nylander scored his second of the series, the second goal of Toronto on power play. Matthews and Riley got the second helper of the series, and that's gave now Toronto a lead of 3 goals, 4-1, and finally, and the empty net goal by Kerfoot, his first of the series. Nylander got a second point of the game at 18:37 at the third period. Finally, the final score, the 5-1. The shot was Montreal 8, Toronto 5, and overall it was 34-23. That's resumed, honestly, the score sheet. That's resumed a little bit what happening also during that game. Let's dive in a little bit more about the stat. First, 34 shot versus 23 advantage Toronto Maple Leaf. You're going to see that Toronto dominate everything. Face up, 66 versus 34. And this, I apologize, the power play is 2-10, but it's honestly 2-5. Toronto 2-6. Toronto have so far that series 2-10. So that's the reason I put this. I apologize. Montreal Canadiens 0-1, and they are 0-6 in that series. They hit 44-36 advantage Montreal Canadiens. Block shot 19, Toronto 16, Montreal 24-minute penalty, Montreal 14 for Toronto. Finally, 15 gave away from the Canadiens and 12 for the Maple Leaf. The leader for the Montreal Canadiens, Toffoli with 1 point, but also Armia and Kotkaniemi have also won. Dano, 4 shot on Jack Campbell. Petrie played the most minute, 22-33. Finally, Carey Price stopped 29 at the 34 shot, a save percentage of 8.79. And for the Toronto, Auston Matthews have a great night, 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points. Spencer, 5 shot on Carey Price. Riley played 23-37. And finally, Campbell saved 22 of the 23 shot he saw tonight. And he have a save percentage of 9, 5, and 7. So let's jump in on the third star of the night. Jason Spezza, 1 goal, 1 point, 5 shot on Carey Price. The second star, William Nylander, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points for the night. And finally, the first star, number 34, Auston Matthews, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. Great performance of Matthews. He carried on the team on his shoulder tonight. He showed the reason why he's the best player for Toronto, and he bring this on the Montreal Canadiens. To be honest with you, he was really dominate tonight. I want to give you a little bit more stats, and you can look about this. If you have any question about that, please reach me. I will give you all those information. But I give you who dominate for Toronto tonight. You can see Matthews, Marner, Bogosian, Sandin, Kerfoot, Spencer, Riley. That's what they gave you also, how this works, coach. This is about the game score, chance, everything like that, the goal they was on the ice, the X goal for, and everything like that, the block shot. If every stat is there, look about this. If you have any question, the TOI is there also. Please reach me, DM me. I will give you all those information. If you have any question about that, that's the Montreal Canadiens at that moment. Kotkaniemi have a great night, but you can see Chariot, Lekonen, Piron, Dano, Weber have a difficult night tonight. One, they are like a minus. Many players in Montreal was minus tonight. So that give you an idea. And also I want to show you the shot. Look Toronto how they was hot tonight. So that give you the chance after Toronto tonight versus Montreal. It was more spirits everywhere for Montreal versus Toronto. It was really like a big green storm with a red storm in the middle. And that gives you an idea that's why I believe the Toronto was dominate on that moment. This is about 5 versus 5, but again, we have to give credit for the Toronto Maple Leaf against the Montreal Canadiens. That's resume about what's going on. And then again, I just want to give you a resume quickly of this. The number in the middle of the graphic is the number of the players. Spencer score, Matthews and Sandin at second period, Nylander and Kerfoot at the third, Kokanemi at the first period. The hit, the face-off 64, 66, 34, 34-23 shot, 36-44, the hits for Montreal, and 19-16 the block. I like those graphics. Just give you an idea. Thank you again, the Toronto Maple Leafs, to provide this to the Hockey Nation Live Show. And finally, don't forget the next game, game number 3, and Montreal, Monday, May 23rd, 24th at 7 o'clock. The series right now is 1-1. So don't forget also to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also to our Facebook page. And please like this video if you're watching. That's helping our Hockey Nation Live Show to grow. And remember, what, Coach? Of course, you have greatness inside of you. Thanks again for watching another great video of the post game of the Montreal Canadiens versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. I look forward to see you next time. Merci d'avoir regardé une autre vidéo de la partie entre le Montréal Canadien, les Bleus, Blancs, Rouges et le Toronto Maple Leafs. On se revoit un peu plus tard.